So I'm trading a Confluence strategy on the TradingView platform for gold, XAU USD. I'm combining some of the indicators that we have from xBrat on different time frames, and the idea of this particular strategy of Confluence is to see that different market conditions, different strategies actually get us into trades when they all combine. So my first one on the bottom right was a roller coaster. So this is on a Renko ATR 14 30-second chart. So that I took 500 lots on that earlier on, and then I added another 500 lots when I got this VWAP Predator buy signal on the 1 minute up here as well. So that's now my average holding position at this point. It's in a slight bit of profit right now because I've obviously added more. I've doubled up, and also I did get the type 2 buy on the Slingshot as well. So the idea is that all the stars are aligning here. We've got data coming out a lot later. We've got PPI coming out and a lot later today. So we're clear of any data right now. We're 3:25 a.m. EST. This probably will be on for the day. My stop is really sort of just below this pivot here, below all of this price action you can see on this particular chart here, and below the stop position for here. So I want to give it plenty of room. $480 in profit right now. It's a good strategy to practice, and I'm practicing this with paper trading, not hiding anything here. The idea is for me is not to trade until I'm confident with XAU USD, because I'm usually a futures trader. Okay, so that's where my expertise lies, and with XAU USD, I know this strategy works for gold futures, but I'm trialing it on this now. So it's looking really good. It's $1,500 in profit right now. We've got the options to start to manage this trade. You see the trailing stop on the roller coaster down here has just come above that original entry price, but we're nowhere near. That's where it's coming to now. So one thing I can do is start to reduce the risk. We've got another buy signal coming in on the VWAP Predator up here. So again, a Confluence strategy really looks for that momentum building and all those stars aligning, and when that happens, it's really, really strong. We don't want to be too quick on making this risk free. What I'm going to do is allow this to push. Again, we at $1,800, it's not a bad profit right now, but what we can do is just be patient and wait. We've got another type 1 buy signal now on the Slingshot. So this is the momentum's really building. So 3 totally different strategies, and everything is working very, very well in harmony together. It's those confluences where we combine. We can see on the Bias Depth Heatmap when I got this second entry from the VWAP Predator on this buy, where my crosshair is, the Bias Depth Heatmap, the confirmation was all green, all bullish, really, really strong. All we've got to do now is be patient and wait. Sometimes we can be out of trades too long or make it risk-free. We're $2,000 in profit right now on this particular move. Really, really strong move. Just going to be a little bit more patient. At this stage, we could flatten it. If we're happy with $2,000, that's my first entry here was at 309, second entry at 315, and we're now at 328. So we've only been in this 20 minutes, and it's a $2,000 trade. Very, very strong trade. We've got quite a bit of fresh air to the upside with this. When we look at here, we are approaching some sort of resistance up to this point, but with $2,300 in profit right now, really, really strong trade, and the option is there. We've got that confluence, we've got that big impulse move, and if you're happy with that profit as a trader, you take that profit. Okay, it's not set in stone that you've got to let it run. If all of these gurus out there saying let it run or take it out, scalp it quick. This is your decision that you make. This has been a big move. I've used a Confluence. So first, with the blue arrow down on the bottom right, that was my first entry here with 500 lots, okay, for this roller coaster. And then momentum builds, and the VWAP Predator shows that momentum, and then this buy signal here I got on the VWAP, crossing the VWAP, was that second blue arrow there. So now I'm 1,000 lots in there. The profit's pretty good. We originally had the type 2 buy on this signal on the left here for the Slingshot. We've just had another type 1 buy, and we would say with a type 1 buy, the profit target is always target 2 all the way up here. That's where we're looking for those particular types of moves as well. So it's looking pretty strong. So I'm just going to pause the video right here and come back when we get some more moves. So this is the first pullback during the move. You can see that on this bottom right hand chart here, and also on the 1 minute chart above there on the top right. So I have the manager on this, and basically that's telling me at the moment this downward candle on the 1 minute was a down candle, but it was cyan, so it had less volume than the previous candle. That's that understanding that volume behavior right now as part of the manager. The ribbon's still green. You know, there could be a call to actually make this risk-free right now, but my trading stop for the roller coaster is still below my average holding position, this position here at 267.115. So now's the time not to panic. The manager's still saying stay in. We've got a bullish candle form again on the 1 minute now. We're back up, with 2,500. So this is where we got to understand not to panic, okay? So with the manager, we actually color the candles. We've got another buy signal on the VWAP Predator there now. So this down candle here, this cyan candle, has less volume than that previous candle. It didn't follow on that rejection on that previous candle. So there was no need to panic instantly and just allow another candle to play out. And as it was, we got increased volume. That's why we got a buy signal on the VWAP Predator on the above here. I'm not going to add any more to this because I'm a long way into this trade right now. The opportunity to add to that position came here when we added more from that original, and we're down we're up 1,000 lots now. We're a little bit too far into this. We can see the trailing stop for the roller coaster just below that average holding position right now. So we're not quite to where we need to be to risk free. So we're just going to let this play out. We seem to have found a bit of a resistance zone at the moment, so there could be a pullback. So let's allow that to happen if it does. Having said that, there it pushes again. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video again. Remember, this is TradingView. I'm using 3 different indicators here. I'm using the Slingshot, the VWAP Predator, and the roller coaster. And then I'm combining a management tool called the Manager, and then the Bias Depth Heatmap for those confirmations, these heat maps down below. So, but this is just one chart set. It's on XAUUSD, but when the stars align and you get that confluence, that combination of those together, so very, very strong. At some stage, this was at $3,000 profit. Lots of opportunity to take that profit right now. But this is an educational video, so I want to continue and talk through some of this behavior that happens right here. So we've had 2 red candles at the top here, which are increased volume. This current candle is cyan at the moment. So there is a little bit of momentum building to the downside at the moment. If this next candle colors red here, there's even more volume to the downside. So we just got to be patient and wait and allow this pullback to happen. Not going to panic right now. We're just going to be patient. So what we have is the roller coaster now. The trailing stop position is right at our average holding position. I want to get it a little bit above and just wait for that to happen. Right now we're just going to be in a holding pattern. We can see this candle is still cyan. We've got a little bit of time. We've got about 3 seconds before this candle closes. So that candle was cyan. So the momentum for that down move has waned a little bit. So there was less volume. So, you know, now's the time to sit on our hands, be patient and wait. So I'm just going to pause the video, wait for something to happen, and I'll come back on again. So top right, we had an indecision doji in red there. So remember we said that the momentum to the downside was running out with this lower volume candle here. And then we rejected those lows on higher volume, and then the following candle was a green candle, so there was more volume in that up candle than this previous one. So, you know, hopefully this move down has found its support, and we continue to push higher. About $1,500, $1,600 profit right now on this particular move, so all is good. We just need to be patient and wait. A lot of day trading is patience, I'm afraid. We just need to be just mindful that there will be some profit taken on pullbacks during a move. Now, if you don't want to take any of those pullbacks and you want to take that $2,000-$3,000 profit that we've seen on this particular move, then you know that's your decision to make. You know, there's no right or wrong decision to take profit. What I'm trying to do in this particular video is to try and foster patience and understand where your trade management is and understand the behavior by using these different colored candles, which are available actually. We'll put the link down below as a free indicator. It's a volume behavior indicator. Which colors these candles, as you can see, so you can understand the behavior from candle to candle, so you're not making decisions too quickly. When we can see at this moment in time, you know, this green candle that's colored green has actually got more than that previous cyan candles, more volume already, and it's not even closed. So it was an indecision doji. What we need now is a continuation candle. And to beat that high at 267, 2.81. So if we get a bullish candle now that was right at those highs of that candle now, if that does push through with more volume, we can say that's going to you know, return to that bullish trend. We can see now the Bias Depth Heatmap underneath is all green again, so the bias on multiple time frames is bullish. So, you know, looking pretty good. We're at $1,600 profit now. It has broken that high. That, you know, the next thing for me really is to break this high of these two candles here. If we can break that with more volume, it's just broken that now, closing above there with more volume. It's grey at the moment, so there's not an increased volume at the moment. It's not closed. There's another 4 seconds left yet. I would like it to be green, which means more volume, but it didn't. Okay, that's great. That's fine. Let's just accept that. But we are continuing to push up, which is really, really good. We're back over $2,000 profit now. That period of understanding this volume behavior here and, you know, not being too aggressive with that management seems to be paying off right now. There was a natural profit taking pullback, but there was no real high volume for that. So right now, my trailing stop on the roller coaster down below is above my average holding position. So now I'm going to make this risk-free. I'm going to modify that order, and now there is zero risk. In fact, I've locked in $230 profit here. Okay, so I've already ridden a pullback. So mentally now, I've ridden that pullback. It's not brave, it's just understanding the data and the behavior from this. But now we've had that pullback and we've printed that trailing stop above my average holding position. I am now risk-free. So mentally, that helps me a lot to to accept that pullback, to get that confidence that the technology is allowing me to run those pullbacks, but now I'm risk free. So doing it once is fine, but if it struggles at these highs again and pulls back and takes me out for $230 profit, it's a good learning point for me. We're around $2,000 profit right now, and again, if it suits you for taking that profit after riding that one pullback and you can't take it anymore, then you take that profit. You just click that close button here on TradingView and you take that profit. Entirely up to you. Now that is a red candle. So that was higher volume than this green one, so that there's quite a bit more selling involved in there. We're still quite a way. The manager ribbon is still green, it's not turned red yet. One thing we can do with that manager ribbon, if it does turn red, is we can just flatten that trade and take the profit. At this moment in time, the ribbons remained green, so there's no need to panic. That's more of an aggressive sort of trade management strategy, if you like, with the manager, is that this ribbon, if it turns red, is to flatten that trade. So we'll keep an eye on that closely right now. Again, we're locking in profit with that trailing stop of $230 right now. We're giving it room for another pullback. We don't know if it's going to break this low. All we do know is we can keep an eye on that. So we just turned red there. We just turned red on the just zoom in a little bit. We can see here, it's just the candle hasn't closed yet, so we're still not red. The candle needs to close, so this turns red. So we're getting close to maybe closing the position manually, but let's see if we get another uptick that will remain green. So it just turned red, but it was during the candle. You don't make decisions until candles have closed, okay? Very important when you're day trading is not to make too rash a decision while a candle is open. We're getting a green candle here, so it has more volume than this cyan candle here already. We've got about 7 seconds left on this. That's really good. A bullish engulfing here would be fantastic. I'm not saying that's going to happen. No, it didn't quite, but that was a good green candle. So grey is less volume for an up candle, green is more volume. Really good. We've just had a stop loss adjust signal here, so I'm just going to adjust it to the trailing stop position there. Modify the order, so that's now looking $360 profit in. Just seem to be running out of juice. I'm going to keep very close eye on this manager ribbon on candle closes, and if it turns red, I can just manually get out of that trade. The thing is with day trading, you've got to give trades room to pull back, to have those profit taking. Right now we can see on the Slingshot the type 2 and the type 1 buy. So this is a Unirenko on the 3 minutes, so it's a lot longer time frame, if you like, than a Unirenko on the 30 seconds. So this looks good longer term, but again, we have to be sensible and make sure that we're locking in a little bit of profit right now, and all is good. So we're $1,800 in profit right now. The ribbon is still green on the manager. We're very close to potentially manually flattening this, but again, this is a minute chart. It's a standard minute chart, so I got to wait for the candle close every single time before I make a decision to flatten this trade. The ribbon will tell me if we're going bearish. At this moment in time, it's still green, so I'm still going to stay in the trade. So we're just under $1,800 profit right now. We've not had a stop loss adjust yet on the roller coaster, so we're still locking in that 360. Things have slowed down a bit. What time are we? EST 3:46. There's no data coming out for a long time at this moment in time. Going flat. There we go. So ribbon is still green. You see, the ribbon is actually 4 candles in advance. It's in advance of time. That's why we wait for those candle closes. If the candle closes and we're showing red, it will stay red and we'll get out. No stop loss adjust change on that roller coaster down below at this moment in time. You can see on this particular time frame it's reasonably flat. This is the Renko ATR 14 on 30 seconds. So it's just a matter of just waiting now, and that can be frustrating. So with candles turn red, so more volume on this particular one. It's a bit of a bearish engulfing candle. That's going to close any time now. We're getting close potentially. Now it's just turning red on the ribbon, okay, but we haven't got a candle close. We're 45 seconds away from that candle close. It's rejected those lows for now. So I'm waiting for this candle close. It's rejected the lows and pushed higher again. This is why we wait for that candle close, because the ribbon's back to green. We have, 20 seconds left on this particular candle. So this is most likely going to close with a red ribbon, and I'll just take the profit if it does. Okay, I'm out. Okay, so profit taken. I'm understanding that behavior now. It's probably going to come back. It would have come back and taken out that trading stop anyway. But the idea of this video was to show you the Confluence strategy by combining the xBrat indicators to look for those big moves. And yes, there was opportunity to take $3,000 on this move profit. But what I wanted to do was talk through that behavior that we can see on those colored candles, talk through the trade management, understanding that we got that first entry, and then with the VWAP Predator we got the second entry here. So when that candle closed, that VWAP Predator candle closed, you see that little blue arrow, was a good signal to add more, so I went from 500 to 1,000 lots. And then it continued to move. And again, the real start of this was earlier on with that type 2 buy on this left chart from the Slingshot there. So great example. Check out all the links below for the TradingView platform for all of those different indicators to combine together for a really strong Confluence strategy.